Is everybody good? All right, rock and roll.
Okay, good. How's camp been for you? How are you feeling with a few weeks left before?
I'm feeling good. I'm really excited about the team. I think we've come a long way, especially from working all summer, going through spring and everything. I think the offense is really gelling together. I'm really fired up for everybody. The juice has been great. There's been a lot of energy the past couple of days of camp, so hoping to finish strong and just carry on through into the season.
How are you approaching this quarterback competition?
I'm just taking it day by day. That's all I can do is just compete with myself. I know I'm competing with Sam and Jace, but also just being the best player I can be. That's what I'm striving to be every day.
How much fun has it been, and how much stressful has it been?
One thing for me, I had a lot of anxiety coming into this, and camp, kind of was a thing for me to reset. And I really got into like my faith, and I really just kind of relied on God and said I have all these worries, and I'm going to put it on you, and that just kind of took all that away, and I just kind of focused on taking it day by day and not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about what's going to happen later in the season. Just trusting that God has a plan.
Was there a point in camp where maybe that kind of went away and you were find yourself a lot more relaxed? And
the first day. Because I started. It was just kind of like a reset first day of the month. I got back into the Word, and that was really the game changer for me. That's really what got me on track. So.
That's not a usual thing to admit to something like that, or just to come clean. Where did you arrive at the comfort level to say, yeah, this is where I am and this is what I need to do?
I think, I have a God-given platform, and He's given me the abilities to play in college and have all this stuff, and it would be a shame if I didn't use my platform to spread His word and kind of just rely on Him, because that's all I can do.
Have you ever been part of a three-headed monster competition like this? It's
No,
really not at this level.
I had a QB competition in high school. I had a kid in my grade. Last year, me and Jace came in at the same time, and so this year with three guys, it's awesome. I think it brings out the best in everyone. Whether or not you're somebody becomes a starter, you're getting the best out of yourself, and you're competing to the highest level that you can, and you can't take any day for granted. So,
what have you done to work on leadership and kind of being the guy in the huddle with the team once as a starter?
I think for me, I've really focused on taking guys away and kind of getting to know them more off the field, and really giving attention to guys that maybe lack the knowledge of the offense, and really taking them in and being like, hey, let's work on this, let's watch film. And that's been something that coaches kind of harped on for us, and something that we've taken advantage of. And I think it's really going to help out the receivers this year. So we're getting better chemistry, we're getting on the same page.
Phil said he takes you guys individually into meetings with him to talk about where you are and where you need to be. How has that process either helped or hurt you along the way?
Yeah, that's definitely helped us, or me, taking the one-on-one time, because when we're in the whole quarterback room, when he's just kind of talking broad, he's just kind of talking about the offense. But for me, he kind of focuses more on some of the pass game. Just for me, that's something I have strengths at, and not necessarily all the run plays for the quarterback. And so he'll kind of just focus on things focus on our strengths, tell us what we need to get better at, and kind of just more private, so that he can really be honest with us and really tell us what we need to get better at.
Jay, what in particular are you trying to do to separate yourself from the other quarterbacks?
Yeah, for me, I think, I'm really just trying to build up the offense, trying to create chemistry with myself within the team, bring guys along, that the young guys, we got a young receiver core. And so I think one thing I focus on is just getting guys and encouraging them, taking young kids and saying, hey, you're going to have to play. If we have a guy that goes down, you're going to have to step up, and we're going to need you, and we're going to have to rely on you. And so that's one thing I focused on is the young kids.
You were able to work your way up the depth chart last year before injury hit.
Yep.
What do you feel like you learned from that experience?
Yeah, I think for me, just being ready at any time, just always being prepared, and just taking it one step at a time, taking it one day at a time, because not everything's going to happen over the course of one practice or one day, and just kind of being consistent and trying to be the best I can be every single day.
Modern college football, and Mac has acknowledged this, when you guys are all kind of in roughly the same class, transferring becomes a realistic initiative when they do announce a starter. Does that enter your mind at this point, or do you have to kind of keep that stuff out?
No, I think for me, it's just I'm really focused on competing and being the best I can be every single day. Like I said, I mean, I'm just taking it one day at a time and really not worrying about what's going to come, next week, next month, throughout the season. I'm really taking it one day at a time and focusing on this practice and this game and all that. So not really taking too much worry on what's going to happen, but the question marks on the season. So just focusing on what I can control.
What's it like competing with guys that your peers, your friends, you spend a lot of time with, and you're also cutthroat competition?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all gotten really close, and we've throughout fall camp we've definitely been able to really encourage each other and be able to hey, you had a good throw. We it's become more of a bond. I feel like we've come a lot closer through fall camp. Although we're competing and everybody wants to be the guy, I feel like at the same time, we're still really bonding and gelling together even within our quarterback group.
Have there been points throughout this competition where you've left the day feeling like, I feel like the number one guy, and then a day later maybe wow, Jace looked really good, he could be the number one guy, and then the next day Sam maybe? How even has this competition felt?
Sure. I mean, yeah, everybody's going to have a good day. Everybody's going to have a bad day. But it's just taking it one day at a time and taking those steps and not really letting the outside things affect you. Just control what you can control, and that's what I'm trying to focus on.
Cade, how would you compare and contrast Phil's offense versus what you learned last year in Larry?
Yeah, I mean, it's same concepts, just a different way of thinking of it. And obviously, our tempo is way faster. The offense is more simple, so we can run it faster. We can get the O-line up, and they don't have as many calls. So I think the whole process of us getting the signal, getting lined up, running the plays, all that's faster. Then I think that's going to be to our advantage this year for sure.
How is getting the signal on the lines?
It's not been a problem at all. I mean, he gave us scripts all summer. We've been working through spring, summer. I mean, receivers. I mean, we all got it down. It's really no big deal. It takes maybe one practice to get a new signal, and then we're good. So.
Who's been snapping the ball the most for the first team?
We've been rotating a bunch of guys in just because, guys get banged up. So we want a couple guys in rotation, just being able to snap and taking, whoever plays guard, making sure he can snap if we really need a guy.
Brian and Nick, mostly?
Yeah, I mean, we're working on some young guys, just making sure we have depth at that position. But, yeah.
Cade, during the offseason, Mac had mentioned some issues with some drops. Has that gotten better throughout the first 10 days?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think our receivers are coming along for sure. I never really pay attention much to those kind of problems. And if I do notice it, I'll take them after practice. I'll say, hey, let's work on this. Over-the-shoulder balls was probably the biggest issue for us, and that's something we really harped on all off-season, all in the summer, and even in fall camp. Every day I'll take a couple receivers and I'll say, hey, let's throw some over-the-shoulder balls, and make sure, just because it's not really a natural catching position, making sure that they're able to make those catches.
Is a lot of that chemistry between quarterback and receiver?
Yeah. Ball placement's definitely key, but getting them comfortable, being uncomfortable, I think that's something that we really focus on in those throws.
How do you think your skills fit into the new offense?
I think for me, I can throw it around, so I can get it to the playmakers. So for me personally, I can get a first down if I need to, make a play with my legs. But definitely probably a throw first kind of guy and get it out to my playmakers. Daz, a guy that's, he's a little faster than I am. So.
Any more questions?
Thanks, Cade.